r/AskReddit. Couples who have moved in together. What surprised you most about living with a male/female? Methods of storage. Me. However, method to madness. Her. Organized. Several conversations have gone like this. Me. Where's my blue notebook? It was on this shelf under my components box. Her. I cleaned up and organized everything. Me. Okay, where is it? Her. I don't know. Why don't you keep track of your stuff? If you and your partner are in different rooms, one of them will randomly decide to just check in by opening the door, smile, and then going back to their separate room. After living with him for 4 years, I opened a drawer of his dresser, and it was empty. All of it. Apparently he thought it was my extra dresser. He doesn't use a dresser. Clothes get washed and put into a clean clothes hamper. He puts socks and underwear in his bedside table. Now I'm wondering what other furniture in our house is empty. How often I'd be helping her find her car keys. Eventually, I put up a hook that I was able to get her in the habit of using. Made me tear up a little at the time, but a couple weeks after we split I remember getting a text from her that said, "I miss being able to find my keys." I was told that we would start arguing and being miserable. It ended up feeling like a super awesome constant sleepover. Don't let people scare you into not moving in with a significant other if that is what you both want. I remember moving into my first share house and there was a couple living there. One day we were all in the kitchen and she spilled some rice. I had never been in a relationship yet and my immediate reaction was, oh shit, here comes the anger, yelling and heated arguing. Instead they laughed and cleaned up together. It was eye-opening to see that normal people don't explode into argument over little things. That your partner may follow you around the house just because. Please. Stop following me. I'm not following you. Then what did you come in this room to do? I don't have to explain myself to you. I do this. I get home about a half hour before she does and I will follow her around as she complains about her day and does all the post-home things. Then she will get mad and yell at me to sit down. As soon as I walk off she follows me wherever I go to sit down to keep complaining. It's an interesting system. My girlfriend has a hard time being alone. When we're home, basically every waking minute she wants to be together. I love her with all my heart, but sometimes I just want to be alone doing my own thing for an hour or two. Watching sports, playing guitar, gaming, etc. But when I leave for another room I can hear the disappointment in her voice. I'm working on getting her to understand my need for occasional alone time. The hair, man. It gets everywhere. RIP the shower drain. And the sink. And the fucking vacuum cleaner. I can rebuild a vacuum cleaner now. This was a skill I never needed until I moved in platonically with 2 girls who had waist-length hair. Week later my vacuum died, and I found what appeared to be a small animal choking the roller brush to death. You keep pulling hair out of the bag like it's handkerchiefs coming out of a clown's pocket. She's good at playing Tetris and very organized. I was living with my parents since I traveled for work and only made it home 1 or 2 weekends a month. She moved in with me at my parents' house. We had one room to store stuff. My bedroom. We bought things we'd need when we moved out when we saw a deal too good to pass up, and she stored them. I realized she was good when we had to make 4 trips to get all our stuff out. 4 trips. This girl had boxes inside boxes inside boxes. She utilized every inch available in our room to stack items. We just bought a house and still have some boxes left to unpack. I will call her at work and say something like, "Hey, do you remember that blue paperclip I like to use? I can't find it." She will tell me which room, which box, what container, and what is beside it, just in case I still can't find it. I have never observed my wife put a bobby pin in her hair. I have found thousands of bobby pins in our house. My wife has really long, beautiful hair. I was not prepared to find that all in my butt and crotch regions as often as I do. I could never be prepared to have one stuck in my ass and have to pull it out like some mangy dog. I've never felt more violated or unclean than when I felt those hairs basically floss my lower G tract. Somehow I swallowed a few and passing them is a really disgusting feeling. She has told me that hasn't happened to her too, which makes it weirder. My ex-wife had really long hair and I was constantly pulling 3-foot-long strands out of my mouth. The worst was a maddening itch in my eye that I kept rubbing and rubbing until I realized I was pulling a hair out of my eye socket. Inch after inch I pulled out, feeling it tugging from under my eyeball. How the fuck did it get in there? It's no mystery. The shit is just everywhere. I always knew women went through TP faster than men. but I never knew how much faster they did. It got to the point I'd just grab a pack of TP whenever I went to the store for any reason. We may not be out at home, but we will be soon, I reckon, and I was never wrong about that. My mom and sister came to visit me a few weeks ago. They stayed for 3 days. 3 fucking days. Before they came, I just cracked open a new pack of 4 rolls. It was gonna last me the month. They left me with nothing. How specific I have to be when giving instructions to do something. Like instead of saying, wash the sheets, I have to say, wash and dry the sheets and pillowcases, and put new sheets on the bed. Edit. Thanks for the silver, and for all those saying he's dumb / a child / I should leave him. I have 4 brothers, and all but one would have done the exact same thing he did. I was hoping he would at least put the sheets in the dryer too, but whatever, wet sheets aren't the end of the world. Everything has a decorative pillow on it. They are too small to be used for anything, and I'm not allowed to throw them on the floor or pile them along one chair. The bed has a bunch, and a long tube thing. I'm not allowed to whack her with the tube thing. Where did these come from? Why do we need them? If they're just in the way, can we put them in storage? No? Okay, babe, whatever you want. Seriously, what are we supposed to do with the tube thing? Hit people with it and wave it around like it's a giant dingus. I've got 2 moves and both are big no-nos apparently. A lot of it's been mentioned. Bobby pins everywhere. Hair everywhere. She was not a clean person. I did the cleaning. But one thing that hasn't been mentioned is just the sheer amount of accessories that she had. Tons of makeup and beauty products. A vanity full of it. Plus more. Lots of clothes. Tons of clothes she didn't wear. I need to get Bobby pins him out. No, you're not. Go to literally any spot of the house and look down. The clothes thing bothers me more than anything, tbh. The whole closet is her clothes, all but one drawer of the dresser is her clothes. Her favorite thing to wear. My shirts. My wife straight up yanks my shirts. I have started buying extras so we can each have one. There are shirts that are technically mine that I have never worn. Definitely the food. I'd eat ramen and canned foods all the time when I was living alone. Now I get spoiled with home-cooked food. The best part though is she's been teaching me to cook. I love our cooking school sessions after work. Edit asterisk thank you for the silver. I'm genuinely happy that I'm able to make her home-cooked meals now when she really needs me. For me, how subtle the need for alone time crept up on me. I wasn't unhappy in the slightest and moving in was natural. But over time I felt myself becoming irritable, and it turned out that I tend to get that way when I don't have time to myself, because I went from being alone in my room after work in my parents' house to being around myself pretty much every minute I'm not at work or driving, so I found myself with someone almost 24/7, and it took a toll. Thankfully once I recognized that, it was easier to manage. What do you do to manage it? I'm worried about this in future relationships without saying, leave me alone. To be honest, once I figured it out I just explained it to myself. Thankfully he's very understanding. And to be honest I don't even get much more time alone than before, but just acknowledging it and how it affects my mood helped a lot. Having my partner understand that an offer to give me some space if I felt that way ended up making it so that I didn't feel that way as often. I imagine in an apartment that isn't just a studio, it's much easier to manage since there would be other rooms to have to yourself. Wait, healthy communication solved the problem? That makes it just like pretty much every relationship problem. She works from home, but the television never leaves. Bravo. I leave for work. Bravo. Come home. Bravo. Go on the elliptical. Bravo. 24 fucking hours of these catty women and sometimes men yelling at each other. Bravo always being one is like the only thing we fight about, which is probably a good thing, but Jesus Christ, always with the bravo. Even when I entertain her and say, what show is this? Oh, Southern Charm. I don't really watch that show. Well guess what? I've seen 50 episodes of Southern Charm passively when I come home and I know you've done 20x that. God damn it I hate Bravo, I'm getting a divorce. Grew up with a brother so I was pretty well prepared for living with a dude, but what surprised me the most was that my boyfriend has no issue leaving things lying around where they do not belong. Dirty plate for example is left on the couch. The mail he just opened ended up on top of the microwave. The towel he dried off with could end up on the kitchen table. Literally no rhyme or reason to the madness. His ability to be doing nothing. He can lay on the couch and stare at the ceiling and do nothing and think nothing. And he enjoys it. I would pull a muscle or pop something from the strain if I tried to do that edit. Thanks for the awards. I read it so he can nothing in peace. Sitting in the passenger seat and just stare at the roads, not saying anything. Why are you so quiet? Are you upset? What's wrong? Sorry, I was in the middle of a heated argument with myself. I was trying to determine if using slices of French toast still count as a grilled cheese or a melt. Edit. As a thanks for the gold, you all better post your French toast grilled cheese / melt. The audacity. No, but real answer is how loud he needs things to be. Every song / movie / whatever has to be heard from 3 rooms over. And the stumping and door slamming. It's like living with a silverback gorilla. I had exactly 2 pillows in my entire house before my now wife moved in. She has 4 just on her side of the bed. There are pillows on the couch. Every chair has a pillow. We have a closet where the top shelf is more pillows. So many fucking pillows. Edit. Holy shit, gold for a pillow comment. Over 5k upvotes? I guess I'm not alone. Thanks, stranger. Edit. Found more pillows. Forgot about the ones in the bay window. Edit. Found another stash of throw pillows in another closet. Wife tells me that, apparently, we switch the pillows on the couch every season. Admittedly, I am this woman. Not cushions, but pillows. And fluffy blankets. Our house is Comfort Cove where you can snuggle and nap anywhere. We basically live like cats. Edit. Well, this blew up, totally like me for my best comment ever to be about blankets. Thanks for the gold, friend. Thanks for listening and getting this far. I hope you all enjoyed, and remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed.